So here we have Buffalo 66, a film about a man with the platinum threat badge on his first day out of prison. He's on a mission to kill the Buffalo Bills kicker, Scott Woods, who missed the game-winning field goal, causing them to lose Super Bowl 25 against the New York Giants, after finding out that he had possibly been paid off to lose the game on purpose. This all started with a $10,000 bet. Unable to pay his debt after the Bills lost the game, a bookie clears it for him under the agreement that he falsely admits to committing a robbery for a friend, threatening that if he doesn't take the fall, he was gonna kill him.
You, the asshole, will confess the crime of which he is accused. If you fail to convince the court, and very evil and very bad things are gonna happen. Very evil and very bad things.
Buffalo 66 is Vincent Gallo's debut film. Not only did he direct and co-write the screenplay, but he also composed some of the music and starred as the main character, Billy Brown. As crazy as the guy is, which we'll get to a bit later, I gotta give him credit where it's due. He was putting in work for this movie. When Buffalo 66 first came out, the public's reaction was mostly positive, but there still are a lot of people that don't really care for it, which isn't surprising when it comes to movies like this, considering anything you can't put on during family movie night is gonna be met with a bunch of upset soccer moms. Apparently, this is a misogynistic, toxic man movie. It's never that serious. People act like this is me for some reason, even though it's pretty obvious that I'm joking half the time. But anyway, fans of the movie would see this debut as a promising start to Gallo's film career and waited to see what he was capable of next. But unfortunately, his next work and the events that followed wouldn't give him the best reputation. I'll go into the reasons for that at the end of the recap. These indie movie directors all need a mandated mental health screening, but that's all I'll say on that for now. After Billy Brown gets released from his 5-year bid in prison, the first thing he needs to do is take a piss. I can't think of any better way to present that information, so yeah, the objective of the opening scene is to take a piss. We spend the first 8 minutes pointlessly watching him go from store to store looking for a restroom, but every single time he runs into a problem. Eventually he comes across a dance studio and you think this is finally the end of this, but some stereotypical 90s caricature of a gay dude decides to creep up on him in the urinals.
The fuck you looking at?
Nothing.
Just keep your face out of my pants.
Just so
The fuck did you say? Get the fuck out of the bathroom! Damn it!
Okay, bruh, that's the most head-ass 90s shit ever. Why the gay dude gotta be a creep? Come on. I knew after this scene I was in for a stressful ride. Dude gets in a little altercation and can't even bring himself to use the bathroom after running around town looking for one all damn day. At this point, why don't you just go in the grass or something, Billy? You starting to piss me off. Billy decides to call his mother. We don't get to hear her end of the line, but we already get some context clues that there's dysfunction in their relationship based on his responses. You see, his mom is absolutely obsessed with football. You know how Sarah in Requiem for a Dream was glued to that TV? Billy's mom is like that, but somehow worse.
Hey, miss.
What?
You got a quarter I can borrow?
Yes.
Billy, your son! Turn down the TV, Ma. Turn down the television. What time is the game over, Ma? Fine, I'll come at 5 o'clock.
His parents have no clue that for the past 5 years he's actually been in prison. In fact, it almost seems like they forgot he even existed at all. The girl from a few minutes ago that gave him the change to make his phone call ends up walking out of the restroom, and just as she's about to pass him, he straight up kidnaps her. This is the second movie in a row where somebody gets kidnapped. Okay then. He made it a point to spend most of the call time lying his ass off about being married and successful, basically just capping about what he's been doing with his life for the past 5 years. It only made sense that he has to hold someone hostage to go meet his parents.
Alright, where's the thing on this car? How do you put it in gear? Where's the thing?
Right here.
What is this? Is this a shifter car? I cannot drive a shifter car, right? You think that's funny? I'm used to luxury cars. Cadillac Eldorado, that's what I drive.
Cap. Cap. Okay, Billy, you can't blame her for laughing. She can't even take this dude serious. He don't even know how to kidnap right. How you gonna snatch somebody up and you can't even drive? Realizing that there was no way he was gonna be able to drive the car, instead he makes his own hostage drive for him. Mind you, this man didn't pull a gun or nothing, but she's just going along with it like, okay, I guess this is my life now.
All right, I'm gonna step out of the car for 1 minute. 1 minute, I'm gonna step out. Put your hands on the dashboard, right? You understand me? Nod your head if you understand. You understand? Yes, yes, you understand, all right? Stay right there. Whew. I had to go to the bathroom for hours. I've been backed up. Totally backed up.
We got so sidetracked from the whole bathroom thing, I forgot this was even still going.
I haven't seen my parents in a long time, right? I said I was married. I also told them that I work for the government. What I need you to do is I need you to come to my parents' house with me, all right? And pretend to be my wife. You love me. You cherish me. Jesus Christ, you can't live without me. Your new name would be Wendy Balson. What's your real name?
Layla.
If you make a fool out of me, I swear to God, I'll kill you right there. Boom. Right in front of mommy and daddy. I will never, ever talk to you again. Ever. If you do a good job, well, then you could be my best friend. My best friend that I've ever had.
Okay, man, which one is it? How are you gonna say you'll kill her, then you say you won't talk to her again? I mean, unless he was planning on whipping out the Ouija board or something, I don't think you can talk to dead people. Also, Billy's overall behavior kind of reminds me of a kid. Then he's all like, we aren't gonna be best friends if you mess this up. She tells him that her name is Layla, but for the time being, he gives her the alias of Wendy Balsam. But I'll just call her Layla. Wendy Balsam doesn't sound like a name you just come up with on the fly, and there's a reason for that, which is revealed later. Before they even step foot in the house, already hearing his mom's loud ass screaming at the TV instantly gives him PTSD flashbacks.
I feel sick. Could you hold me a second? Could you hold me? Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
By this point, I'm already noticing a pattern of him telling people that he wants them to do one thing, but expecting them to do the opposite. This happens multiple times as the movie goes on, where he'll ask her to do something that requires her to touch him, then he instantly freaks out right after she does it, or even his phobia of people looking at him. Some speculate that this could be a hint that he experienced sexual assault in prison, but I'm not really too sure. I wouldn't say that he's a sociopath or anything. I think that would be a bit of a stretch. I feel like the entire scene at his parents' house explains this perfectly.
Hey, Dad.
Jan, it's your son.
Imagine not seeing your son for 5 years and the first thing you do is walk away. No how it's been, no hug, nothing.
I said it's your son.
All right. What do you want to drink, honey?
I'd like a glass of water, please.
Honey, you don't want some pop?
You know I don't drink pop, Ma.
I got some ginger ale.
Ginger ale is pop, Ma.
Oh, how about I make you the juice? I got the frozen juice. I got those chocolate donuts you like. You want one now?
I'm allergic to it, remember?
What are you talking about? You don't eat chocolate. You always ate chocolate.
Son?
Ooh, honey, what happened to your face? It's all swollen. You better put some ice on that.
I ate chocolate when I was a kid and you had to take me to the emergency room because my face swelled up.
You can see where he's coming from with this. I mean, it's really frustrating when you tell someone you like one thing and then they purposely offer you the opposite, just to antagonize him. This, along with all of the casual insults she throws at him.
My son used to be a beautiful baby. Oh, you should have seen him. He was so beautiful. Look at him now.
Oh, no. I think Billy is the most handsome guy in the whole world.
Who, honey?
Billy.
Billy who?
This Billy.
It's like she's actively trying to put on a performance of what she thinks a good mom is. She's overcompensating by offering him sweets, which is a superficial kind gesture, instead of showing actual empathy by listening to him, as he's literally telling her those are things he doesn't like. His dad hasn't said a word this whole time up until he gets a chance to feel on Layla. Every interaction he had with her really creeps me out. It's like he's trying his hardest to impress her, but not in a nervous father-in-law meeting his son's wife for the first time kind of way, but like in a I'm trying to crack type of way.
Daddy loves you, you know that. I love you.
Put this man on the watch list.
Whose puppy is that?
That was Billy's. Bingo.
What happened to him?
I don't know what happened to him. He ran away. Yeah, he ran away.
Billy! What'd I tell you about this thing? Didn't I warn you 50 fucking times about this dog? Didn't I tell you if it peed in the house again what I do?
No, Daddy, please!
Didn't
no!
I tell you what I do?
No, Daddy, please!
This flashback made me feel kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. My heart goes out to anybody that grew up like this. I mean, it's no wonder where Billy got that temper from with his dad doing all that damn yelling at him growing up. And the fact that he can't tell her what happened to the dog just leaves you to wonder if he had something to do with him disappearing. It's just some messed up stuff.
I was working as a typist for the CIA, which is a special part of the government. And Billy is a top agent with the CIA.
Layla starts over-exaggerating her story to Billy's parents. The mom isn't even paying attention at all because the game is on. Meanwhile, the dad isn't believing this shit at all. I'll be honest, the first time I watched this movie, I didn't really pick up on a lot of things. At first, I thought Billy was being kind of unreasonable for raising his voice at his parents. I think it's just because I was younger when I watched it, but now I can see how obvious it is that they were being passive-aggressive and antagonizing him on purpose.
Turn that knife away from me, please. Why are you pointing that knife at me? Is that why you came here, to stab me with that knife? Huh?
The knife is not pointed at you.
Yes, it pointed at me!
Honey.
Don't tell me you didn't point the knife at me!
I did not point the knife
Don't
at you.
point a knife at a person unless you want to
I
use
didn't
it!
point the knife at you.
This entire scene really does add a lot to the movie, and even as uncomfortable to watch as it was, I don't think the story would have made much sense without it. Not only does it give a reason for Layla to be implemented into the story, but it also reveals the reasons behind Billy's avoidant behavior. This scene would also include the reason for Billy's stint in prison.
I like to bet on the Super Bowl. I like to put $10,000 on it.
$10,000?
Hold on, 1 second.
That's too much, Billy. You're gonna get in
I'm
trouble.
talking on the phone. I'm talking on the phone.
Come on,
Woods
Scott.
tries
Come on,
to
Scott.
kick
Come on,
his
Scott.
long. No good.
Oh, no.
Wide right.
I told you, Billy. Now you're gonna be in big trouble, and I told you.
Shut up.
His childhood friend Goon, who now goes by Rocky, almost acts like an NPC in a video game. His entire role in the movie is just to give Billy info on the Bills player, Scott Wood's whereabouts. He tries to warn Billy to just let it go, even though he still gives him bits of information that helps him find the guy. Billy treats him like shit for refusing to give him his exact location, trying to discourage him from getting revenge. He's basically just selfishly using him for his own gain, similar to what he's doing to Layla.
I'd really like to find him.
Billy, you still gonna do that bad thing you said you were gonna do? What? Don't you think that's not a good thing to do?
What if the policeman catches you?
One thing I will say about Rocky is that he reminds me of Billy in that he also seems mentally stuck in childhood. Something about the way he responds to Billy just screams Arrested Development.
What if the policeman catches you?
They're both emotionally regressed, obviously, but in different ways. He is explosive and reactive, while Rocky is more submissive, never really defending himself against Billy's verbal harassment. Billy gets pissed at Layla because he knows his dad doesn't believe shit she was telling him, so in an effort to make their relationship seem more believable, he takes her bowling, and then they go take pictures in a photo booth, which is arguably one of the most iconic scenes along with the tap dancing scene.
We're taking pictures for my parents. We're taking pictures like we're a couple. We're husband and wife, and we span time together. We span time together as a couple, because we're a loving couple, spanning time. These photos are us in love, spanning time. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What?
Don't touch me. All right, don't touch me.
What do you mean, don't touch me?
Don't
You're supposed to
touch
be
me.
husband and wife.
Dude literally just said he wants them to look like a real couple, and then he flips the fuck out when she kisses him. What type of sense do that make? Okay, I don't know what's worse. This guy saying spanding instead of spending, or the way y'all was clowning on me for saying theater. At least I got an excuse. I'm from the South. I don't know where he got spanding from though. After this, Billy figures that Layla serves no purpose to him anymore. His parents already met her and he got the pictures he needed, so he has everything he needs from her. But then he changes his mind and they stop for hot cocoa. For the next 40 minutes, it almost feels like he's debating if he should just move on and ditch her or if he actually wants to start a genuine relationship with her. But we know that can't really happen. I mean, he's dead set on going right back to prison. First day out and he's already asking for the drop. I mean, we know where this is heading.
Hi, you've reached Scott Wood's Solid Gold. This is Scott Wood. The guy Buffalonians love to hate. Well, folks, look, I'm real sorry about that field goal I missed.
It turns out that he named Layla Wendy after the girl he liked in 3rd grade. This just felt awkward to watch. I mean, she's sitting there with her fiance and he's clearly pissed off about it. I mean, all these years later as a grown-ass man, he's naming women after her still. So, I mean, he's not over this. Emotions are high. He know he has to leave her since he set on his plan to kill the Bills player. As one last good gesture, he gets her a motel room for the night. Does this girl not have any life outside of him? Like, there's no family or friends looking for her? Going back to Billy's phobia of people looking at him, he freaks out every time she turns her head while he's in the bathtub. She asks to get in with him and we cut to this. He puts his clothes back on. Jesus Christ, this guy. It's funny because if this were a typical romance movie, we'd probably just be watching them bang for the next 30 minutes, but this movie is like the furthest thing from that. The most action we've seen is a kiss on the cheek, and you see how that went. The dude ran to go put his fucking clothes back on just because the girl got in the bathtub with him. Surprisingly though, he actually does end up kissing her. It only took you an hour and a half, man. But this nice moment would be short-lived. He still has to go through with his plan.
Where are you going?
Just gonna go get a cup of coffee. You want something?
Can I have hot chocolate?
Okay, I'll get it.
When are you coming back?
5 minutes. What do you mean?
Just have this feeling you're not gonna come back. Billy, I just want you to know, I think you're the sweetest guy in the world and the most handsome. I love you.
He couldn't have made this more obvious. You've been trying to ditch her all night, and now you're claiming that you're about to go get some damn coffee at 2 in the morning? She already knows what's up, man. You know, this actually had to be my favorite scene, even though it kind of hurt to watch because you just know that she knows he's not coming back. Billy calls his buddy Rocky up one last time to say his final goodbyes. This time, he's not even talking like his usual self. He even apologizes for calling him his old name, something he would never do in any other situation.
Very nice to me, and I don't know if I want to be friends with you if you're gonna yell at me.
I understand, Goon.
Please, I asked you already, don't call me Goon. I asked you not to call me Goon. My name is Rocky.
I meant to say Rocky. I was gonna call you Rocky, okay? I want you to have my good luck pen. I left it in there for you.
Billy, are you going to do bad things? Is that why you're giving me all your stuff?
What if the policeman catches you?
He walks into the club and heads straight to Scott Wood, the man responsible for ruining his life. And in the biggest plot twist of the century, everything after the point of him walking into the club never happened.
Remember, we used to like Wood. I mean, he kicked good that season. He was good that whole season. I mean, he missed one measly field goal, and everybody's against him. I mean, the guy missed... Who told me to bet on Buffalo? Buffalo stunk all year. They gave the Giants that game. I'll give you a call tomorrow. I gotta go, okay? My girlfriend's waiting for me.
Right after he said that, I was like, you know what would be fucked up? If he heads back to the motel and she's gone. I think that would have been a more depressing ending than putting a book in his head.
I heard 95 cents.
95?
Right.
Okay. You got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, I'm gonna buy one for him. And here. This is for you because I don't know why. Just take it.
I really think he was in some deep thought about what he was leaving behind in that motel room, if you get what I'm saying. This is how that one mean ass manager starts acting towards you on a random Tuesday. You already know what it be. Okay, let me stop playing around. That really was a sweet ending. This is the only movie I've covered so far that doesn't end with someone getting killed, raped, or committing suicide, which is kind of funny because you'd think at least one of those things was gonna happen at some point, but somehow it doesn't. We really don't need some overly edgy ending to every single movie. I think he really just realized that what he was about to do wasn't even worth it. I mean, he had finally found someone to live for. Before he left, she told him that she loved him. That's something he's probably never heard, just based on the clips we saw from his childhood. Kind of the typical romance movie ending, but whatever. It was cool. I actually really enjoyed this movie. I think my favorite thing of all has to be the editing style and visuals, or even the club scene when he starts shooting and that dramatic pan around the room just shows everything frozen in time. And then of course, not to mention the choreography with the legendary tap dancing scene. I just really like the story as a whole, to be honest. I mean, it's nothing too deep necessarily, and I did feel like we could have elaborated a bit more on Layla's reasoning for her Stockholm syndrome. I mean, he treated her like shit for most of the movie, and she literally could have ran off at any point if she wanted to. But I still think this was a pretty solid watch, and I definitely would watch it again. As I mentioned in the beginning, I wanted to give a brief overview of Vincent Gallo. 5 years after the release of Buffalo 66, fans would be left on the edge of their seats waiting to see what he had in store next. With the release of his second film, The Brown Bunny, a lot of people would be disappointed, and this was worsened even further by his responses to the critics. I mean, it was kind of known that he was a bit erratic before, but this was just the beginning of a crash out story. After The Brown Bunny premiered at a film festival in France, which I'll get roasted in the comments if I try to pronounce the city, critics would tear this movie into pieces so bad that he had to go back and re-edit it. Roger Ebert was one of the biggest critics against the movie, partially because, well, it was just boring. Some scenes would just drag on for far too long, which made him feel as though Gallo was just obsessed with feeling his ego of being in front of the camera without doing anything of substance. Now, I'm not necessarily saying I agree with that, I'm just presenting the information. Now, generally speaking, American critics tend to be more off-put by unsimulated sex scenes, so he was definitely taking a big risk with that. Gallo would respond to Ebert's review by critiquing Ebert's appearance, calling him a pig with the physique of a trader, and he then went on to say that he put a hex on Ebert's colon. This was either some kind of angry schizo rambling, or he's just the best troll of all time. I really don't know. Or maybe he actually does put hexes on people. Who knows? Ebert actually would pass away of cancer in 2013, but thankfully they had made up long before then. But this wasn't the end of his antics. He would go on to have beef with way too many people to even list. He was basically acting like current Kanye. He claims that a lot of the time he's just trolling, but I honestly can't tell. Some people even go as far to believe that he's not even playing a character in his movies. I went onto his website, which looks like it hasn't been updated since the Jackson 5 was still together, and apparently he's selling himself for $50,000 and his sperm is going for $1 million. So if any ladies out there are interested, I guess you know where to go. I'm gonna say it again, these indie movie directors all need a mandated mental health screening. But hopefully everything I just went over gives you an idea behind the mind of the guy that made this movie. To wrap this video up, I figured I should address some criticisms. Now, I saw a couple of comments like this where people didn't like me saying that the movie Kids had funny moments. I think we all know that no one finds HIV or rape funny. I was just referring to a few scenes like when Casper and Telly stole that 40 out of the corner store, or the scene where the guy is yelling he has no legs while shaking his donation jar, because that was just obviously put in the movie to make you laugh. You know, those what the fuck am I watching moments that make you laugh even though it's a gritty ass movie. I'm obviously not saying that the whole plot of the movie is funny, and I thought more people would understand what I meant by that, but I guess not. The next criticism was really the one I saw the most, which I need some of y'all to grow a sense of humor. These review videos are not meant to be taken that serious. Like, I think you should be able to tell just by the tone of my voice, or like what edits I'm showing, if I'm being serious or not when I'm saying something. Like, if I put a close-up picture of Larry that obviously makes him look unhinged and I'm calling him freaky, if you can't tell that was a joke, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. And like, these same people that type up all of these paragraphs trying to lecture me about how these movies are just like showcasing reality end up being some of the same people that got offended that I made a hairline joke. Like, I promise you, if anything I said in these videos has offended you, you don't need to be lecturing me about reality. I genuinely don't understand how some people that watch these edgy, gritty movies get so offended over shit that's not even offensive. Like, how are you a fan of these movies if you can't even handle a hairline joke? I'd imagine you get offended way faster watching the actual movie than my silly little review video, but I don't know. Just because I didn't give some in-depth analysis of grooming and incest was marriage, or because I simply made a joke that I don't want to see James Ransome jacking off, doesn't mean I'm not aware that these things really happen. Of course, if I actually hated Ken Park, I wouldn't have bothered rewatching it, let alone waste my time making a video on it to the 5 people that watched my channel when I made it. Like, it was some dumbass, bum, dusty ass nigga in the comments talking about the only reason this video got views is because you're a girl, and if a guy made it, he would have gave a more in-depth analysis. Nigga, go read a case study on the effects of grooming and shit if that's what you want to watch. Like, I don't give a fuck. This video, like, nigga, I make these videos to have fun. I don't give a fuck. Like, calm your sensitive ass down, boy. I'm sorry, bro, but some of y'all asses be crying too much. The only critique I was actually being serious about was when I said that I wished more things in movies were implied. Like, I really didn't need to watch this man whip it out and take a piss, because it adds nothing to the movie, and I'm not changing my mind on that. I thought the whole point of watching a YouTube video was to be entertained, but I guess these motherfuckers want me to sit here giving a boring ass serious review like I'm giving a college lecture on the history of cult film that most people would click off of in 5 seconds. Like, if that's what you want to see, just go read an academic journal on the subject matter. I don't know what else to tell you. But anyway, this is gonna take a while to edit, so I'm gonna get to it. In the meanwhile, check out the playlist in the Rumble. I'll see you guys in the next one, which will likely be either Mysterious Skin or 0 Day in Elephant. Thank you for all of your support on these videos. I can't even like express how appreciative I am. I know YouTubers always like say that, but like, I literally told my mom about this and like I almost cried. Like, I don't even know what to say. Thank you guys so much. Peace.